Hi and welcome to all the racing lovers and followers around the globe joining us early doors Thursday morning, pre-recorded show for Friday. Racing takes place at Fairview. So take note of the final declarations, any betting activities and the latest lowdown. On the line with me is the resident expert Grant Paddock. And firstly, Grant, how are you doing? And then you were telling me the weather your side of the woods is looking good at this point in time.
Yeah, morning Sheldon, morning punters. Yeah, weather's absolutely beautiful here today. We had a bit of rain yesterday and the day before, but not too much on the day before. But we had a bit yesterday. Course might be a bit sticky, but we're going to have two beautiful days today and tomorrow race day. The weather looks very, very good. So we're going to be in for a good day's racing tomorrow, Sheldon. Hopefully we can put the punters in the right races and the right horses.
We're talking about the right races, right horses. Nice to see the work riders getting an opportunity to showcase their ability in race number 1. And the Kelly Mitchley stable, which you closely associated with, has number 2, Velvet Valor. And just looking at this Son of Fire Away, a third, a second, knocking on the door. Is this the right type of field to break out of the maiden jail?
Yeah, probably the right kind of field, but there are a couple of question marks around him. You know, he had 2 runs as a younger horse last season on the grass, and they were very bad runs. But since he's been on the poly, he's been pretty good. He's back on the grass. I chatted to the yard. They don't seem to have any concerns with it. You know, these horses are all very, very well exposed, and you need a bit of luck here. He's got a decent work rider on. Stephen's a very good work rider. I do think the main danger here is number 1, Green Light Express. They're drawn on the right side of the course at 5, having its third run here, a very good second last time out, and a decent work rider who's won before. So that's definitely going to be the horse to beat. Velvet Valor should actually be second favourite, and the 1 should be the favourite here. But yeah, shallow race. Punters need to be very careful in the bipod. You need the likes of numbers 1 and 2, and maybe in a couple of roughies, the 4 might have to go in as well as the 11, who's got a very decent work rider on. Tricky kind of a race to start off with, and I'm tipping it 1, 2, 11 and 13, Sheldon.
On to race number 2, and talking about tricky, a lot of unraised horses here, so obviously the word on the ground, is there any word for any specific horse? Because I see number 9, Direct Hit, Richard Fourie and Alan Greef have shortened 9 to 10, and then number 7, Supreme Judge, has gone 7 to 2. Royal Kingdom at around 11 to 2 from the Kelly Mitchley stable. And number 3, Galileo Star. There's been some shrewd outside support from 20 to 1 down 7 to 1.
Yeah, Sheldon, quite a bit of talk actually on the ground for this race, for numerous horses. I must be very honest with you. A lot of talk for the 9. I believe it's a very, very quick filly. You know, coming from a decent yard, proper jockey on top. And then there's also been talk for the 3, Galileo Star. Stallone Naidu up for the Gavin Smith yard, 20 to 1 to 8 to 1. But once again, with first timers, 2 days before is not really a lot of money. The Mitchley horses, Royal Kingdom, Winter Warfare, both 2 very, very nice colts. And whatever they do tomorrow, they will improve on during their careers. Probably looking for a touch further than the 1,000 meters. So, yeah, tricky kind of a race. Punters need to follow the money as well here. I'm tipping at 9, 7, 6 and 8.
That'll take us on to race number 3, and looking at race number 3, which is the sophomore plate over 1,400 meters. Number 1, My Best Shot, which you've elected to make your best bet on the card. Richard Fourie, Alan Greef. Now looking at the record, 11 runs, 5 wins, 5 places. So a horse that's yet to miss the boards. And let's just have a look. A winner of 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah, Sheldon, listen, he's a very, very smart horse. He has been gelded since his last run. He's having his first run back, but even at the weights, he's off 111 merit rating. He's going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. The main danger here, definitely Global State. A very good last run at the merit rate at 80 level. He's probably a horse that can run second or third there. Good exacta horse with My Best Shot. Union Rose, he is a fit horse. he probably prefer the mile 1400. He goes to the front, so he'll be probably making the pace he can stay on for a minor place. And then Golden Rule coming back from a layoff and back into the yard. He's an absolutely special horse. He really is. But it's his first. It's a prep run for him, and he's going to need it. But he's still got a lot of class about him. I'm very interested to see how he goes on Friday. But my best shot's got this field stone cold. He's definitely the nap on the day, and we're going to open up the pick six with a banker. So I'm tipping at 1, 5, 3, and 4. Sheldon.
Right, now it's time to move on to the next race where hopefully the fire alarm will be going full swing ahead. And looking at this individual drawn at stallgate number 2, Richard Fourie for the Alan Greef stable. And this individual, let's just have a look at fire alarm, has only had the 3 runs to date and has been third on 2 of those occasions.
Yeah, Sheldon, lovely filly. Alan did think this filly would have won a while back. She's had a 3-month break, probably given her time to strengthen up. Beautiful looking filly, I must tell you. And if she's fit and ready, she'll be a big runner. Global Scene, for me, is the main danger in this race. I see there has been money for Global Scene from the Tara Langyard. Back on the grass, back over the trip that she requires, and she's going to be a big danger. And so too, Miss Patty, number 6, from the Gavin Smith yard with Craig Zaki up. You know, any horse that comes here with any resemblance of Cape Town form tend to do extremely well. So, nice kind of a race. I'm tipping at 4, 3, 6, and 2. I think 4, 3, and 6 will be adequate for your pick 6.
As we head into the territory of race number 5, and once again, no surprise, Richard Fourie, Alan Greef at the top of the boards, trading at 7 to 10, Heart Stealer, 61.5 kilograms on the back for the Alan Greef stable, a 5-year-old. Number 4, Head Gardener, is the closest danger at 5 to 1, and then we go out 7s and better the rest. Let's just have a look. There's no scratchings. And there's been some early support for number 7, San Quintin, from 10 to 1 down 7 to 1.
Yeah, Sheldon, this is a tricky race for me. I'm not going to be jumping out and taking 7 to 10 on Heart Stealer. Not the best mover. You've got to watch him go down to the start. But one big positive is that we've had a bit of rain and it'll take the sting out of the ground, which will suit him. 61.5 kilos, not going to be easy. He's a horse that comes from way off them. Draw 1, he'll probably drop out and run on strongly. But that, Richard Fourie is very good at that. It all depends on how he moves to the start. I don't think that he's a 7 to 10 shot. He was even shorter than this last run, and he got run over as well. Head Gardener, he's taken his penalty for the win. I must be honest, I think he's a better horse on the poly. He tends to go run. Last time he got left, dropped out and ran on and won very well. But I think he's a better horse on the poly. I don't think he's a horse that can go back to back. Rastignac, another horse that's shown a little bit of improvement. San Quintin, they were right to have a little dip on this one at that previous price. He's definitely a runner. And then my value bet on the day, Millennium Dancer. She'll really enjoy being back on the grass. Long straight, she runs on strongly rate. She's got a lightweight on her back, ear up, and she's quite a big danger to the 1. He's Heart Stealer. I do think Heart Stealer will win the race, but I don't think he's a 7% shot. I must be honest with you. I'm tipping at 1, 8, 5, and 7 with my value, the 8 in the race.
Well, there you go. The value is the 8, and the favourite is a little bit on the sharp side. So if you're going to have a bet on the nose, perhaps wait race time, see if this individual drifts out. Maybe you'll get 12 to 10, 14 to 10. Who knows? And that'll be a more realistic price. As we step on the gas to race number 6, which is a merit-rated 68 handicap, 1,600 metres the trip. And when we get into this contest, let's just have a look here. Number 7, Adavadiccio. This is a horse that I give a very lively chance to Grant. Once upon a time, he was a 97 in the handicap. And looking at his recent form, a 3rd, a 2nd, and a 4th, he's knocking on the door very loudly.
Yeah, 100%. He was very, very bad luck 2 runs back. He should have won that race. I actually thought he'd win his next start, and he ran 4th. Big danger. Once again, the Richard Fourie horse is favourite. I think Richard's got 7 rides on the day. He's sitting on 7 favourites. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Legal Thriller, they put the blinkers back on, going the mile again. he's definitely not a 13 to 10 shot with 61.5 on his back. Mr. Maloney, I think Sharon has got a very good chance to break her duck here. It's been a bit quiet of late, and she's definitely a big runner, especially back into the mile. And then the likes of, as I said, Araviduccio has got to be right there on top of them as well. Potent captain, I see there's been a bit of early money for it. A good third last time out. Craig Zaki rides for Duncan McKenzie from a good draw. And I think the winner will come from those 4 horses. I'm tipping at 2, 1, 7 and 4. And I'm hoping that Sharon can get into the winner's box with Mr. Maloney.
Moving into race number 7, and race number 7, 15:55 is the carded off time if everything's going according to the script. 1600 meters. It is a classified stakes. And looking at race number 7, I'm going to hand the baton straight over to you, Grant.
Thank you very much, Sheldon. A very difficult race once again. Faree's favourite on a horse that's got a little bit of the form. He ran a very good second last time out in a weak field, but I must be honest with you, this is a very, very weak field. And Oliver Twist, second favourite at 5 to 2, and he battled to win a maiden. He's going to have to step up to be competitive here. So 5 to 2 is a ludicrous price. He should be 5 to 1. Fuji Sun is my second choice in the race. He'll be happy to be back on grass. Ran on nicely last time out from off the pace. He normally goes up there. They dropped him out, and it seemed to work a trick, and he ran on very nicely. I do think this is a field race for the pick 6. Punters will do well to get through here in the place accumulators and jackpots. I'm tipping at 3, 5, 2 and 4, Sheldon, but a very tricky race where punters need to go as wide as possible.
Now we'll move on to the final hurdle to negotiate, and if everything's plain sailing at this point in time, hopefully race number 8 at 16:30, you'll be playing for free. The distance is 1,000 meters, and once again, no surprises. Richard Faree and Alan Greef, 18 to 10. Number 2, Passchendaele, Muzieni for Kelly Mitchley, 62 kilograms, 7 to 2. And then we've got number 4, Gimmy's Lassie, Inform Craig Zaki for Gavin Smith with the 61.5 on the back. And after that, you can pretty much pick your price, 8 and 10 to 1 the rest. So what type of bet would you be looking to go in race number 8 for the punters out there, Grant?
Probably going to be looking towards the quartet here. You know, this is a pinnacle plate. I can't understand why they had this in the last race of the day, to be very honest with you. The previous race should have been. But a really good group of fillies running in this last race. Some lovely horses. 3 Rocks, once again, as favourite. I can't understand that, to be very honest with you. She's well held by numerous horses in the race. Passchendaele, she's very well at home. The yard really give her a strong chance. She's drawn one up the right side of the course. If it was a 1200, I would have said, put your head down. 1,000 meters might be on the sharp side. But we had a bit of rain at Willoughby, a little bit sticky on Friday. So I'm expecting a massive run from Passchendaele. The likes of Gimmy's Lassie, she's in the same category as Passchendaele. Would have preferred a 1200 meters, but with a give in the ground, she's a big runner as well. Then the likes of Ella Ricks, she's got to be there and thereabouts. She's holding decent form, a little fluffed her line slightly last time out. Montelina, I see there's been a bit of money for her. She's got to be there and thereabouts from the inside draw. And then obviously Symbol of Love, Carbon Copy. Very open races. Unfortunately, punters are going to need to go fairly wide in the pick 6 here. I'm brashing the favourite 3 Rocks. And I'm going for number 2, Passchendaele, to beat the 4, 8 and the 6.
So that's a look at the 8-race program at Fairview. We're going to bring up your suggested bets for the day, Grant. So if you wouldn't mind just flashing through those numbers, and hopefully they spot on the mark.
Thank you very much, Sheldon. We start off with our best bet, race 3, number 1, My Best Shot. The value bet, race 5, number 8, Millennium Dancer. And the suggested bets, the place accumulator, goes as follows. We open up with 6 and 9, by Banker 1, by 3 and 6, by 1 and 8, by 1 and 2, by 3 and 5, by 2, 4 and 8, for 96 Rand full unit.
As is the norm, thanks very much, Grant, for all the hard work you do. You got your ear close to the ground, you know your form, you study the horses, watch them work, and thanks very much for all the help that you've given us.
Thank you very much, Sheldon, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thanks very much to Grant Paddock joining us on the line, and this is for the meeting on Friday out at Fairview, and of course Gallop TV, the Gallop YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll have all the tools at your disposal. So that's a wrap for the pre-recorded show for the Fairview meeting. Best of luck, and may your horses do it for you on the track.